Hey, hi. Do a walk and talk today. You may be asking yourself, what is a walk and talk? Well, it is exactly that. It's when you get outside and you are walking and talking at the same time. Now, that may seem like you may already be doing that, and what's such a big deal about that? One of the things that's so great about walking and talking is when you're with other people and you're having a conversation and you're out in nature, you are walking, and as you're walking, you are really unlocking something else in your brain, and you're able to see things in a different perspective. So really, getting out in nature has so many benefits, and I want to talk today about how including walk and talks can really enhance your lifestyle and really have you look at things from a different perspective. So this month, as we're talking about nature as one of the 9 elements, when we talk about stepping into your spa life, when you step into your spa life, it's where accomplishment and harmony coexist. And one of the elements that help design your spa life is getting out in nature. One of the components of that I'm talking about today is having walk and talks. I love walk and talks. All my friends and my clients know that I utilize these on a really regular basis. Even this morning myself, just getting out in nature, going for my walk, starting out my day right. Now, I know that you want to get out into nature, but you may be having a little voice in the back of your head saying, I don't have time. I don't know how I'm going to fit this in. I'm so busy. You know, all of these things that come up around that. I'm here to tell you that you must get out in nature because of all of the benefits that it does for you. So I've actually a 4 that I'm going to share with you today, and I know that there are so many more that really support you in being out in nature. But I just really want to have this conversation with you to really think about what are some of the things that can support you in getting out in nature and incorporating walk and talks into your life. So one of the things about getting out in nature and having walk and talks is the physiological benefits, about getting your heart rate up, about having some gentle exercises, about really allowing yourself to open up to more of your senses so you can see more clearly when you're out walking in nature. And when you're having the conversations, you tend to hear things much more deeply, and you just have this greater sense. So really, this physiological benefits of being out in nature and walking and engaging your mind in a deeper way is a huge benefit of incorporating walk and talks. The other thing is that when you're walking with somebody else, it allows you to listen deeper to your clients and your friends when you are walking, because you're walking, you're in movement, you're able to think of things in a different perspective, things that they're sharing with you, you're able to hear in a different way because you have a lot more to really have access to out in nature. There's something about being more present with them, and when you're walking, to really access that deeper wisdom, if you will, of nature. And so you're able to listen more deeply, and then to be able to give better advice, to have better conversations, to hear on a much deeper level when you're out walking. Now, the third thing is to be able to reset your system. Now, I know a lot of you are, working indoors, you're at a computer, you're sitting for long periods of time. One of the things about sitting for long periods of time that doesn't support you is that is a key component to creating disease. Aches in pains in your body of just sitting too long and affecting your back and your whole mindset. And especially if you find yourself, not being able to complete things and getting distracted, it's a perfect opportunity to step away from your desk, your computer, your office, your home, and get outside into nature. When you do that, when you are walking and you're connecting and you are just opening up your mind to different possibilities, when you come back, you actually come back with fresh eyes, you come back with a fresh mind, and you come back with a fresh body, and you actually get more done. So really getting up and getting outside really helps you to have more accomplishment in your life. So the fourth thing you may be asking yourself is, how do I do walk and talks? Like, what are some of the ideas of how I can utilize them? Well, I've got several to offer you. So in relationships, walk and talks are amazing. When you get outside and you have conversations with people, one of the things that's really great is to have it where maybe for a certain amount of distance, you've got one person that is sharing and the other person's just listening. And then you can switch it up and have that person talk and then you are listening. And what's great about that is when you're out in nature, you don't feel rushed to have a conversation. You're walking, you're communing, you're talking with each other. Again, it goes back to that being able to listen more deeply, and you're connecting and you're being more present. So in relationship, walks and talks are really, really great. I like to utilize walk and talks on my retreats because being in nature is, a component that I utilize in a lot of my retreats, because you're able to really let the rest of the world go by, really be present, and to have conversations. And we talk a lot about the 9 different elements and things that really support each other. So being out in nature really helps in retreats. So if you're thinking actually right now that you need to get out on a more regular basis and you'd like to have some more concentrated time in nature and to really reset your own life, I invite you to send me a private message, and I'll invite you to our next SpaLife retreat where we will really incorporate using the walk and talks. So the other thing that I like to use the walk and talks for is with my clients. So if they're trying to work through something, they're stuck in a project, or there's something that they need to just work through, we'll go on a walk and talk and we'll talk through what's happening. And almost every single time, in fact, every time I've done a walk and talks, we've been able to come up with a different solution, because when you get outside of yourself and you get outside into nature, you're able to look at things in a different perspective. You're literally looking outside of the box into nature, and ideas flow, and really projects move forward when you take the time to be out in nature. So it's really beneficial. It's also a great way to utilize your time with your clients, get them outside, get you outside and be able to get some exercise, and to be able to support them in a deeper way. So walk and talks are something that can help you on multiple levels, for yourself, for your clients, for your mindset, just your whole way of being is really helpful in doing that. And then I love to utilize the walk and talks with my friends. If we want to get together and catch up, we'll all meet in, at the beach or at the lake or just in the neighborhood to be able to connect with people. There's something about not only being with somebody that is so much more deeper than talking on the phone, but being out in nature and connecting with them. It's just something more special about those relationships and those connections that you get to have when you get out in nature. So that is one of my, key secrets in stepping into the spa life, is being out in nature and really just taking those deeper breaths outside to just feel more alive when you're outside, to really have the experience of that, and to really incorporate the walk and talks so that you can really have the physiological benefits, that you can listen deeper to the people that you are with, to reset yourself by getting outside and feeling better about your mind, body, and spirit, and to really utilize your walk and talks, whether it's with your clients or in a retreat or with your friends and family, to really utilize that really sweet spot, is to get outside and have those conversations and to think about things outside of the box. So when we talk about spa life and we talk about how you can create more of that, we look at our physical space, but one of the things in getting outside into nature is it helps us release the mental clutter that is happening. And we may not have awareness around how much mental clutter is really affecting us on a daily basis. And so to help with that, I really invite you to take my clutter awareness quiz, because there is a mental checkpoint that is in there to see how is your space supporting you. Where are you at with that? And it can be a really helpful tool to show you what is working and not working in your mental space as well as your physical space. So I invite you to go to theclutterawarenessquiz.com. Again, that's theclutterawarenessquiz.com, and really just take that assessment and see where you're at and where you might need some support and where you're winning, what is working for you. It's always good to have that awareness with what is happening for you. So I would love to see your likes and your hearts, and to share this message, because I know that you yourself and people that you know need to get outside and look at things from a different perspective and just really take advantage of what nature has to offer you. And just, I would love to hear in the comments if you go outside today and you go on a walk, and even if you just have 5 minutes to just step outside and take some deep breaths, just getting outside in just that small of a moment, I believe that it will shift your experience of your day. So I would love to hear how getting out into nature really has impacted your day. What shifted? What changed? How did you think about things differently? How did you feel? Right? I would love to hear in your comments how that impacted you being out in nature. So with that, my friends, as always, live your spa life. Bye for now.